This seems gentle, is actually the king of the Huyan fist. Extremely scary dialogue. Directly give the opponent a punch instead of rice. He can still weigh with his bare hands alone. Concise hundreds of profound social names. Whoever rushes up sensitively, admitted to the orthopedic trauma hospital. If it is heavy, they will be directly sent off to worship the heavens. Thanks to Sung Min's top puncher. That he was extremely used by his boss, but that also makes the name useless son of... The boss is a stream of emotions that feel very jealous. Want to get rid of him to reveal himself to his father. So the next day, he immediately sent someone to launch fire burn Sung Min's father's gym, causing him to be hospitalized in critical condition. Know that the name of the line of scoops eats urine, declaring that he will never spare anyone. His father immediately advised him to wash his hands, to redo it from scratch. Therefore, the father and son went back to their hometown to open a small eateries away from the dark society. The next day, the father told Sung Min, "I will go to Vietnam to travel calendar for a while. Therefore, he must govern a small eatery in place of his father." That day, while going to the market, looking to buy food, Sung Min's absent-minded face was, love makes her Dong Hoa. Misunderstood that he had bad intentions with it. I don't stop talking about it. This made Sung Min dumbfounded. I don't understand what's going on. Happened to be on the way back to England, unexpectedly dropping the wallet. Just looked at his brother, of Dong Hoa. Discovered. Thought that the music hall of the fall, then temporarily put in the pocket. But the younger brother has one. It returned to Sung Min. That day, while preparing food to open the restaurant, Sung Min unexpectedly heard the sound of a curse. Each other like singing well outside. When I went out to look, I saw that some famous guys were bullying Dong Hua's brother. The leader did not hesitate just like that, kicked him to the ground. Just at this moment, Sung Min also came, and realized that this was the person who had return your wallet in the morning. But these young people who squeeze their noses are not clean. Don't even mock Sung Min. Made him bitter and immediately taught. They know what a festival is. Just take a few basic right paths. Sung Min made the tips of the teeth and lips are confused. Fortunately, that's just what I thought. His statue. Remembering during Sung's father's words, Min tried to hide. So he decided not to use his fists. Instead, use only two hands. Seeing that, the leader was afraid, spilling urine on his pants. But in the end it was still slap for Sung Mo. Cures the sin of bullying friends. However, Dung's younger brother, Flowers are not only not grateful, but also very angry, because he only made the only vengeance against you. This made Sung Min suspect that he was always at rest. I am recovering, and please lose the shop. Until Dong Hoa returned to discover. The brother was in extreme panic. After a while of asking, he told her about being bullied by the schoolworms. Then guy who likes to worry about money, have dealt with them. So he is going to school tomorrow. Will be covered by the thieves. Hearing that, Dong Hoa immediately sang for his brother, a song for the sin of gratitude for the gratitude. After that, he immediately taught to apologize to Sung Min. Who would have thought that, as soon as she entered, standing in the picture takes a few seconds. It is indeed a narrow alley. Just in the morning, she was naked with Sung Min, because she gave that he has bad intentions towards me. Who would have expected that he would be? Benefactor saves his brother. Rong Hua apologized awkwardly, and explained that he was afraid of revenge. So they have such an attitude. After this meeting, Dong Hoa also had another look at Sung Min. The next day, the gang owner saw the junior. His nose is swollen. Then get a laugh, like the life of caring for a jar. At this time, Sung Min also, just passing by. We think it's easy. So I made an appointment with Sung Min to go to the place. Other elaborate washing, because the male protagonist gave the juniors a fight. So now, the leader wants to, reclaiming both capital and profit. Who would have thought that he had just picked up a tree to beat, was caught by Sung Min. Seeing that, the junior, so the voice is abandoned. If the big brother loses any armpit hair, then from tomorrow Dong Hoa's younger brother, only water to eat porridge instead of rice? Hearing that, Sung Min didn't either want to make a big deal out of it, thereby leaving the opponent alone. Do whatever you like. As a result, he was impregnated by them, whipped for 3 hours straight. All the time I have to go to see my grandparents. However, the leader was swept away. Also, asked for 2 Mrs. Chung. Han forced him to pay 30,000, protect Dong Hoa's younger brother. Otherwise he only has gun water. Hole to be friends with Dong Di. That night, when the male protagonist was selling shop, then Dong Hoa came to his shop to play. But who would have thought that when she just put the buttocks down on the chair, the society whispered that the name, the leader walked in. See them Sung Min want something to happen. I had to withdraw the money and give it to them. Who would have thought that the big man would come back, seeing Dong Hoa next to him? So he planned to hit her on the way back. But Han's gaze was seen through by Sung Min. Indeed, after Dong Hoa, on the way back to a secluded place, took the opportunity to grab her. They charge her to get into the car, and collective breaking. But man is not equal to nature. Sung Min suddenly punched the glass door, but to stop the big brother, success paved the way for Miss Beauty to escape. Then he taught the secret society, know what politeness is. After only 5 minutes there was no guy left, can resist anymore. He then carefully gave. Dong Hoa went home to thank Nam Chin for herself. His hands bandaged his wounds. But this is only the first reward. But the second prize is still much more valuable. That is to let him own her all night. And then whatever comes, must come. On the other hand, Dong Su still can't, forgetting the feud with Sung Min. In order to avoid that feud, Han hired a reviewer nicknamed Mad Dog. This guy once had a seizure, used dozens of times, and Dong Suk wanted to study Han history. Lai Nam Chin helped me. Soon after, the senior province to the location of Nam Chin. So Dong Su immediately got drunk. People who go there to explore. When he arrived, he saw that he was just the first guy. The kitchen looked at them with contempt. I thought Sung Min was just out of time. But Nanjing didn't bother to answer, but said, if you like technology, and go out. Then he led the two men to the next alley. At the right time, the society in the village saw. As soon as he looked at Han, he recognized two people. That is the big brother on the street. I don't understand why the two, it's here again, was startled when he saw Sung Min feeding them fists instead of rice, despite trying very hard to fight back. But they still can't move, to a fear of Sung Min's hair. The result is anyone's guess. At this time, a new person recognized. Sung Min is the Iron Fist of the past, who directly took Han's walk, made this guy go out of fear. Meanwhile, two of Dung's juniors, the beast can't fight again, just run away. Then he came back and whispered to the big man. Saw the faces of the two juniors swollen as big as a play. Dong Su was extremely bitter. Just give them a lesson. Then make them continue. Follow Nam Chin. His every move must not be overlooked. After being eaten, the two players, I continued to go on my way. But this time, they had experience. I don't know how to fight back. These guys have spent money. Hired a bunch of snub-toothed guys to do it. Sure enough, not long after, something happened. Saw that his sister never returned to his brother. Called Nam Chin to ask. Heard Sung Min's name and knew Dong for sure. Flower happened. As happened. Immediately ran to find her. But as soon as he came out, he met a group of thugs. They didn't have any good intentions when they came here. Knowing that Nam Chin. Also, I don't want many words. Just like that. Throwing a blow to take down each one. No name can bear. Get a punch of yours. Even the big guy is the same. After today, he will definitely have to eat porridge instead of rice for the rest of his life. After dealing with these guys, he was also in a hurry. Left to find Dong Hua. As soon as he left, the big man also contacted. Lost to Dong Suk to report the situation. Knowing that the snout teeth have failed, he immediately prompted the phone to call. Electricity for Nam Chin. Said that Ronghua was in his hands if you want to save her, go to the parking lot. If you're late, you'll definitely can't see her again. Hearing that, Dong Bin knew that no can avoid this war. So, he hurried back, and Duan put on a vase of black marks. His eyes became extremely cold. Perhaps this moment, the demon in my body, I have been awakened. On this side, named Dong Suk, also practiced. All the juniors, determination to uproot tonight, the thorn in the eye. Soon afterwards, Nam Jeng arrived at the point of the system. When he just appeared a few dozen, the one ran out in the way. But for you they, just the Tagzil bunch. Each guy has a punch. 2 punches are redundant. He just knocked them all down, one guy after another. However, the enemy is too numerous. No matter how you fight. Saw that he was still eaten by them. A knife to the stomach. Too painful, he is easy. Overwhelmed by the crowd. Finally controlled by them. At this time, the name Dong Suk appeared. He saw the tragic appearance of all. He was extremely happy. And tonight, I will give it to you. Taste enough of the taste of suffering. But on the other side, Namchin's father, have also traveled back. Knowing that his son is in danger, he immediately ran to the parking lot. Saw Xuan Lian's father appear. Deng Su was even more excited. He also strongly declared that he would give it to the whole family. Namchin communal house, reunited under the golden stream. After speaking, he immediately made a mistake. The junior set wiped up. But he didn't know that he had, challenging the wrong person. When Namchin's father was also a master. Mr. Chin is the one who taught martial arts to his son. Then, definitely not. Must be of the mediocre type. On this side, Namchin also rose. And get out of control. Saw that Deng Suk was abandoning the child. He immediately chased after him. But very quickly, the name Dog Vien appeared to stop the British port. This guy is still very strong. Moreover, he was also a tall in the martial arts world. So it is easy to play on the male main muscle. There is no way to beat him. Who can resist? But that's what makes the dog. Yuan showed contempt, just waiting for that opportunity. Sung Min gave him a fatal punch. Directly lowered the pond of this guy. Didn't have much time right away. Ran to rescue Deng Hoa. Who would have thought that as soon as the door opened, the name Rong Su stabbed again, making him almost exhausted. But he still didn't give up and tried, grabbing the opponent's fallen object. Then climbed on the person who had been punched to his cheek. He seemed to be full of anger, angry at every punch. Made him fart a lot. Vigilance and death. Finally, after a lot of hard work, Sung Min has successfully rescued Ms. Beautiful. And the ending after the two has become a family person. Together in the restaurant business, make money to live through the day. The movie is over. Hello, and see you. You're in the
If you love movies as much as we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow film fans, and drop your hot takes in the comments.